Alright guys, so I used to be a little bit gullible. Um I work when I was I think I was 19, early 20, so this is 2017. So I was doing like a fitness instructor course. The only reason I went to college was because my mother kind of forced me. She said she'd kick me out of the house if I didn't go, which I think is a bit stupid. But anyway, so I did this course, and we were meant to do like a work experience placement. So we're meant to ring up places and ask, could we do a work experience in your place? So yeah, I decided to go to Anytime Fitness in Dundleary. They accepted me. And so I went there and I met the guy in charge, Julius K. Hyundai or something like that. And I was a bit gullible, a bit naive. Didn't really have any work experience up to that point. I got fired from a job washing cars on my second day, which is pretty poor. Um, you know, um, but I think I just got a at this point I think I just got a job in Weatherspoons in Dunleary. Anyway, so and I didn't last there long either. But anyway, so I went in and Julius seemed to be a very nice guy. I thought, geez, this guy likes me. He wants to help me. It's gonna be a great 3 weeks. But I was wrong. I was a bit gullible. He was only trying to use me, and I think he was a bit foolish. All right, to put it nicely. You know, he seemed to tell me on my first day that they were going to discuss business opportunities and threats and stuff like that. And I was like, Jesus, well, I didn't think this was part of the deal, was it? Um, so anyway, looking back, I think that was quite surprising because the thing is, like, I'm I was in college in Sallynoggin. Sallynoggin doesn't have a reputation for creating smart people. So this guy think I was smart because I went to Sallynoggin. I don't know. I got the idea that he thought I was smart for some strange reason when I clearly wasn't. Okay, I mean, I worked a job washing cars and I got fired on my second day. Okay, and so anyway, so went in and at first I was just doing mostly just cleaning tasks, which is really boring. Um, you know, People use free weights, and I'd have to put them back in their place if they didn't do that for themselves. And it was just that was what it was like. It was just really boring. And then Julius had me sit in his office, and he said, "Right, today we're going to discuss business opportunities and threats." And the thing is, I didn't offer any ideas that weren't already in place. I said things like, "Oh, you could smile more. You could put advertisements on bus stops. You can do all this crap." And so everything I told him to do was already in place. And after that, I think on the last week he kind of started to just ignore me. So I felt like I was like the golden boy or something. Like he had great faith in me. But the last week he just started ignoring me, and I couldn't understand why. But looking back, I think I now know. All right. He probably spoke to the other colleagues in that workplace and said, right, this guy is going to be really smart. He's going to be able to tell us new business plans, and we're going to make a lot more money because of this guy. And the other people probably look at it, the other workers were probably looking at him like, what? I mean, he goes to college in Sallynoggin. He can't be that smart. Come on. And yeah, so he found out the hard way that yeah, I wasn't that smart. I go to college in Sallynoggin, and eventually because the thing is in Sallynoggin College you don't really need to even get points in the leaving cert. They just let you in without even looking at your exam results. They didn't check my exam results. So I could have just not done the leaving cert and said that I did the leaving cert and they'd still let me in. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, he just ignored me in the last week. I remember every Friday we used to travel to places and try to hand out flyers to advertise Anytime Fitness. The first 2 Fridays we went to IADT in Dunleary, which is like a art and business school nearby. And then on the last Friday we went to, which was my last day, I went to Super Value in Dean's Grange with Julius himself. And I think Julius just ignored me the whole time. I was trying to start conversations with him. He was just on his phone ignoring me. And yeah, I learned, I wasn't of use to him, so he just ignored me. Like you only get in that kind of workplace, you only get treated well if you can offer value. And I learned that the hard way, you know. In the business world, people don't really like you for you. Generally, they like you for what you can provide for them, you know. That's just the reality, okay. And yeah, I was hidden away from this working world. My parents definitely. I feel like they should take some of the blame. Like my dad was always saying, "No, don't get a job, don't get a job. Just study, 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 study all day." You know, and that's just stupid. Um, should have at least let me get a part-time job. Like, come on. Um, so yeah, and my mother never made me pay rent or anything, so I felt like I just had everything provided for me. Okay, and yeah, so that's the thing. Don't have anything else to say on this matter. Yeah, you got to remember, if you don't offer much value to a company, well, they're not going to treat you well generally, okay? Um, like I remember when I got first hired at McDonald's Carrick Mines, I was hired by a guy called Shane, and he told me later he hired me because he saw potential, which is a bit stupid. How did he see potential? Like honestly, but anyway, so I've got a feeling that he hired me and he probably told people, oh, this guy's going to be really good, you know? And then I wasn't good, you know? I only just about scraped by pretty much at McDonald's because I had a mental defect, all right? Look, I was there a year, 9 months. I was only really able to do two stations. Six stations I just could not do. Um, like they tried to train me on those stations before, but I just couldn't get my head around it. It was just too difficult. Yeah, and then Shane, because he was frustrated with me, he didn't treat me as well. Like remember I came into work one day without my hat. He told me to go back home and get it. Things like that. But sure, that's his own. Looking back, I think that's his own fault. I never said, "Oh, I'm brilliant. I'm going to do a great job for McDonald's" or anything like that. He just made a wrong. His judgment was just wrong. Okay. Um, and that's just how it works. And is there anything else I can say on this matter? Yeah, that's the workplace can be kind of shit. Don't expect any special treatment, of course. You know, it can be a bit confusing when they do give you special treatment when you've only just walked in the door. Um, yeah, but the thing is when you don't offer value to people, you kind of see their true colors. Like I saw Julius's true colors. He just all he cares about is money. Or if his workers are just money making objects to him. That's the way he sees it. He doesn't really like people. He doesn't really like his workers. So I saw the true side to Julius and other guys there who can offer great value to Anytime Fitness. They might not be aware. They might be a bit gullible, a bit naive. They might think, "Oh, Julius likes me. We're good pals." But when in reality, he just wants to make money off you, and I don't understand that because he's a business manager. He's not like the owner. He's not the owner, so like it doesn't make sense to me. Personally, I think if I was a business manager, I think I wouldn't judge people for their contributions. Now, of course, if they're doing a really bad job, then yeah, I would fire them because I'd have to fire them. But I still wouldn't think any less of them because I don't really. I'm not materialistic by nature. I don't really value this. Like in this society, everyone thinks if you um the more you contribute to this economic system, the better person you are, the better human being you are. And they think the billionaires in the world are such great people, and they create their businesses and they create jobs for the people. When reality is the only reason they're creating jobs for the people is so that the people will make the money. That's pretty much it. Like let's be honest here. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say, can I? No, I'll leave it at that.